Hello.
Happy Friday.
Is it Friday?
I know, exactly. What day is it?
What day is it?
Oh, they all kind of blend together right now.
They sure are.
Well, everyone, welcome today. We have our guest, Rachel, back with Girl Talk with Natural Beauty Lifestyle. I'll put up your link to your Facebook group here at the end so people know how to find you. But yeah, so normally we get to go have coffee before and kind of go over our outline and just kind of catch up, but we were not able to do that this time.
No, we had to kind of pretend.
Yeah, yes, we did. And I was going to bring up a coffee, but I completely forgot. So, oh well, all good. Yeah, so I think with everything going on, obviously it's life is a little different these days. And we were thinking maybe we could bring some positivity to social media a little bit and hopefully help everyone continue to live a healthy and a happy life with some of the things that we're going to talk about, just kind of keeping it light and that positive mindset. So you have a lot on your plate, 2 kiddos at home now, plus your own business. Plus, you're still doing your part-time business as well, right?
Yes.
And you're a wife, so you've got a lot on your plate. How are you doing it all?
Yeah, and now I'm a homeschooling mom too. I just think it's just day by day. I think that just trying to make the best of it, and it all looks different, but it's just trying to find a balance and and it doesn't look perfect most days, to be honest, but I feel like we do a little bit of work activities as far as schoolwork goes, and then we try to get some fresh air or exercise. On the other day, we pulled both of our cars out of the garage and just let them like run around like wild people in the garage.
I like that idea.
On their scooters and stuff. So it was at least just a way to like burn off some steam, and they could scream and yell and so yeah, I think it's just having fun while we're in this phase, and try not to put too much pressure on ourselves to be on that same strict routine that maybe we were used to following. Like now it's a good time just to kind of let that fall. And
yep.
I don't know. What about you? Because you're in the same role.
Yeah, it's been different. I have to say, I missed my routine a little bit, but I'm also trying to embrace the flexibility. My hours that I'm working are kind of all over the place a little bit, but it's going good. Thankfully, Lewis is a pretty independent boy, so I'm able to give him some tasks. So we're doing some school work. I thought at the beginning that, I'm sure you saw all over social media, people were posting their schedules,
Yes.
from this time to this time. And I saw that and I loved it. And then I tried to implement that on day one. And it just, with everything else that you have to do with work, it just wasn't very realistic for us. So for me, I think I'm trying to distance myself a little bit from that part of it on social media and learn from other people, but not necessarily compare I was like thinking that I had to do it all. And it's just, I have to limit what I can do and just learn from people because there's a lot out there and it's hard to know what's the best. So we're just trying a different routine every day, kind of. Today I let him sleep in and he's talking with a friend. So on his iPad. So I guess that's what we're doing today. We'll do some schoolwork later.
Yeah.
His teacher sent some stuff out finally, and the school district will have some formal things, I think, starting next week. Do you guys have anything formal set up yet with your school?
Well, a couple of couple of the teachers have sent like packets, or there's like a Google Classroom where they can log in, and she's been reading like a chapter a day, and they can then respond in the comments just like what they got or answer a
Okay.
question. So that's been kind of neat. He likes seeing her face and interacting with her. But
That's
yeah, next week is supposed to be our spring break. So next week I'm definitely going to
Oh.
take that week off. But I agree with you. And something my sister told me or shared with me, because on the first day I was just like you, I was trying to follow the schedule and was like, what am I doing wrong? Like, you know, like, why is this not flowing like how the schedule looks? And then she said, she was just kind of like, you have to remember, like, you're teaching one kid, not 20. And so you don't need to spend an hour on this or whatever. Like, your day might look, your school day is not going to look like their school day at school, because you don't have 20 kids in your classroom, and you're not, monitoring them all. And then, so anyways, I was like, yes, thank you for that reminder that, like, so their day might only be like 3 hours, like, a little bit of reading, a little bit of math, a little bit of something. And then I think then the rest of the day it can be that creative play. Like, we were building forts, and we were making like they were doing like marble runs, and like being just creative, just playing with what we have. And lots of arts and crafts. Emery loves to do arts and crafts, so our table is definitely like every day filled with markers and paper and all kinds of stuff. So I think that it's okay for them to have the creative play. Like, they have plenty of time to learn.
Yeah. So I like that take. I do.
Yeah.
I was so overwhelmed though when I was seeing these awesome schedules these moms put together, and I was just like, what? How am I going to do this? So
for some people that might work. Like, maybe they do, have a
Mhm.
routine. So
Mhm.
I think you just have to do what's best for you. You do you.
Yep, exactly. I love it. Well, I forgot to turn on the comments, so I'm going to post some of them here. So, hi, Martha. Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Mom. Where it's always sunny. Thank you. It is not here today, unfortunately.
It's very gloomy.
Did you see that we might get some flurries on, was it Sunday night, maybe?
No, I missed that.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't actually happen, but yeah, unfortunately the weather hasn't been the greatest, but we can still go outside. Even on that rainy day, I think it was yesterday, they're all blending together.
No.
We were able to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing I thought was kind of interesting, and something we could maybe talk about a little bit is, we have the power to kind of change our reality with our thoughts to certain experiences. And if we want to focus on all the negative that's on social media right now and on the news with what's going on, then the world is going to seem like a very scary place, and those thoughts internally aren't good for us. Whereas if we just focus on the positive, now we have this extra time to kind of see our kids in a, I guess, less stress environment. They don't have the pressure of school and learning. They're kind of being, like you said, able to be creative on their own time a little bit. Focus on those kind of positive things, I think is huge. And then we can, realize the world is a great place full of good people and kindness. And I don't know, you always seem to have that attitude of gratitude. You've always been a very positive person, and I appreciate that about you. What do you do? Do you have any ideas or any suggestions of what maybe we could implement a little bit in our lives?
Well, something just that comes to mind is just, it's really easy to pivot your thoughts. So if you find yourself focusing on that, just pivot to your blessings and what's making, the silver lining. Like, there has to be positives in all of this, and just I think for me, it helps to write them down. So then when you start to feel yourself go that way, you can go to that list and add to it or read it. I think like you said earlier, like staying off of the news and staying away from social media sometimes can help, because what's a worry or a problem for other people, we all are internalizing this differently. And so with that, I think there's different types of self-care that we can do, and it looks different for all of us. But there's this really neat little chart that I found, and there's physical, emotional, social, and spiritual. But under each of those categories, there's different things you can do, whether it's yoga or taking a walk or stretching. Maybe you focus on just your breathing for a few minutes.
Cool.
There's all kinds of things you can do to just make sure you're taking care of you.
Yeah.
And that was something I realized the other day I wasn't doing. For me, I was taking care of the kids, and my day looks different, and they're keeping me so much busier. And I'm worried about, if my husband's doing okay. And, we're all worrying about all these different aspects. And I realized I hadn't eaten. Like, I wasn't taking care of myself. Like, I was
no.
Oh yeah, like I fed everyone else, but like I hadn't eaten when my stomach was just like, wow. I'm like, oh, okay, so let's take care of you too. Like, make sure you're taking breaks to eat healthy snacks and drinking water. And I mean, just the little things. And I shared this with you earlier, but I was just feeling kind of depressed and sad this morning. I don't know what it was, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to let this day like bring me down. So I said, come on, kids. We went out for a walk, and it's chilly outside. We bundled up and we got out. And then when we came back, we put on a song. So music can be something else that can maybe brighten your day.
Yeah.
And we just started dancing in the kitchen as I was making them lunch, and they thought I was being really ridiculous, but it brightened my mood, and it really helped me get that out of that funky space. So
yeah,
I think it looks different for everyone, but find something that journaling or reading a book, or I could go on and on, so I'll stop. But
no,
lots of ideas.
Those are wonderful ideas. What was that app that you found?
Oh, it's not an app. It's just an image.
It was just an image. Okay.
And so, yeah, maybe I can post it in the comments. How about that?
Okay. That sounds
after we're
great.
done.
Yeah, that would be great and helpful. Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes for me, it's, talking to friends, FaceTiming or Marco Polo now that we can do that. It's nice to just connect with a face and talk with friends. We have a couple of comments here. So Martha wrote, your smiles chase the gloom. Oh, so sweet of you. Kathy wrote, are you staying home away from others? As much as possible, yeah. We still go out and go for walks and that kind of stuff. We went to Aaron's office space yesterday, and Aaron and Lewis walked to the park nearby there. And there was still a pretty decent sized group, I guess, he said, of kids playing volleyball and basketball. So I guess people are still getting together, but we're not doing play dates or anything like that. We are just hanging out at home as much as possible. But fresh air is really important. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of doing the same, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, besides going to the grocery store and the post office, those are my two, but that's been a few days. But yes, we've been riding bikes and being outside and waving and saying hello to people. It makes you feel connected, but not in a different way, I guess. So
yeah, it's nothing that we can't get through. Tanya wrote, hello, hi, thanks for joining us today. The one thing I wanted to talk about, and I talked about this in a previous Facebook Live, is, the power of smiling. There was a TED Talk that I had posted, and I'll share the link again on here. And it was, here, I can show the banner here. I did do that. The Hidden Power of Smiling is what it's called. If you guys want to watch that, it's nice and light, but basically, you know, how just the act of smiling at someone gives you all those good feelings of endorphins. And in fact, then you're sharing happiness with others. And it's really that simple. So when you're on your walks, even though we're isolating, you know, waving at someone or smiling, it goes a long way. And it really is important, I think, right now. And the one thing I also wanted to talk about, Rachel, you on your Natural Beauty Lifestyle page, you talk about some really big issues, but you've really been able to keep a positive vibe on that page. Is there something that you've done to kind of create that kind of community on there, or is it something that's just kind of happened naturally? I was just curious if maybe it's something that we could implement too in our lives.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think some of it just happens organically, but I think it's you know, surrounding yourself with people that are positive is helpful. But I want that to be a light and happy place where people can come in and learn. But maybe they're able to escape, and I try to keep posting like positive quotes or things just you know, speak to me, and I encourage them to share and do the same. And just continue to think, you know, how can I shine my light? How can I what can I do, like you said, to make someone smile, whether it's sending a text message or a video message, or maybe sending a card to someone, and just what can you do to brighten or just let people know you're thinking of them. I think those are in this. I mean, we should be doing that all the time, really.
Yeah.
And maybe this will help us, you know, reconnect with people and come out of this more connected than ever, and maybe step away from
all
our
the
screens.
other stuff.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that kind of takes over sometimes, and we lose sight of what's really important and the people that are right there in your life. Thanks for sharing that. Martha wrote, self-talk is critical. Yeah, I mean, the power of our thoughts, and you know that sometimes those negative self-talks are awful for us. Well, and so we have to really be aware of our thoughts and kind of change that dialogue to get through some of these difficult times, to really be conscious, to focus on the positives. Tanya wrote here, and if you come in contact with people, be nice, definitely smile. You don't know what someone else is going through. I spent my morning in the ER with hubby again. Being extra nice to those I interacted with helped. Everyone is under so much stress. Well, I'm sorry to hear you guys were back in the ER. I hope everything is okay. But you're right. You know, a smile goes a long way, and it's free, and it's something that can truly brighten someone's day, and you might not realize it, especially in the healthcare field right now. I unfortunately had to go to the dentist yesterday, and I wouldn't have gone if I didn't have to, but I did. And, you know, they were busy in there cleaning away, and that was comforting to me. But they were so kind in there, and I just felt like, you know, they're putting their life on the line to help me. And I don't know, it is. I just went out of my way to be extra nice, even though I was very uncomfortable being there. But yeah, just, you know, maybe like you said, sending a letter or sending a thank you or just those kinds of things to people right now is what we can do to get through it. Thank you for sharing that story with us. Yeah, so as you know, I do reference Jack Canfield a lot, and basically everything we've talked about today is what he said. He even had a live that he broadcasted, and I can share that link too, about just trying to get yourself in the right mindset and reduce stress during this time of uncertainty. But what he really says is about keeping that positive mindset is, being aware of your thoughts, reframe those negative thoughts, and then visualizing your outcomes, that positive visualization, the daily gratitude and practice. And like you said, you write down things that you're grateful for and journal, and reduce the news consumption, because you can get sucked into that, and then the world looks really, really, really scary and not positive. Looks like we have another comment here. Martha wrote, I see people walking their dogs, and I make sure to smile and wave as I encounter them, as I think they might live alone and need a connection. I know I do. Yes, that's awesome. Well, that's why I like this platform and what we're doing today. It's nice to connect with others, especially during this time. So, yeah.
Definitely.
So do you have anything else to add to this, as far as what, just the gratitude practice and the reducing your news consumption and enjoying your family, all those fun things? You have lots of advice.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot, gave a lot of tips and points on how to self-care, but also, brought some smiles to the Facebook world.
Yeah, exactly. So. And that was our whole goal. I'm going to share again your Facebook group, Natural Beauty Lifestyle, so people can find you there. There is a ton of information on there. You do a really good job sharing all sorts of good things to help us live a healthier life. And if you want to reach out to us personally, you can just send me a message and send Rachel a message and ask us any questions you may have. I was getting ready today, and I forgot to show this, but I had to print out my notes because I still like to do that. And on the printer, there was something, I don't know if you can see it. It says think positive, and it use and do not use, different words that you can. So I asked my husband about it. I'm like, where did this come from? That's really cool. And he said he created it. And so when he gives me the permission, I will share it with you all. But it's just kind of a nice little reference guide to look at, especially this time of year with everything going on. But before we go, I don't want to forget, I do have a contest. Sorry, Rachel, I got to do this real quick.
Okay.
So I had a couple social posts where people, Lewis is here.
He wants to do the drawing.
I know, he's getting tall. He slept like 11 hours last night, so I think he is growing. Are you going to draw the winner? Okay. Don't look at the name. All right, the winner is Sarah Arch.
There's one attached to it.
I just put that on the back because it's sticky. So that's why I did that. See, it's empty. All right, Sarah, I will be in contact with you, and you get to choose between coasters and our wine boards. So I'll be in touch soon. Yeah. Well, Rachel, it's always fun to have you here. You always bring so much joy to us here at We Heart. And I guess hopefully we'll do it next month as well.
Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yeah,
we might still be teachers too, so we'll have more stories by then.
I love it.
Yep. You want to say anything, buddy? We're going to say goodbye. One more comment here. Kathy wrote, keep smiling, you two. Great technique to change negative thinking to happier thinking. Awesome. Good. All right. Well, thanks again, and we'll chat soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.